Congratulations, guys! The channel hit 50,000 subscribers the other day. So, it's time to celebrate a little bit. Thank you guys for all of your support. And it's been absolutely awesome here over the last couple of years. And I'm really glad to hit this milestone and also all of the... Stop suffocating! Travaldo! I'm trying to have a very serious moment. Oh, he's having like real issues right now. Oh no, he's stuck. Travaldo, come on. Well, these duplicants, I tell you what, they've been driving me nuts. Getting back on topic, it's been absolutely awesome, all of the support you guys have given me, and I'm really looking forward to where we can go from here. Hopefully, the channel will just continue to grow, and hopefully I can continue to get more and more serious about YouTube. So thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for supporting the channel, and today I've got yet another experiment for you, as well as a little adaptation based on all of the comments that you guys left me in the last video here. As you can tell, there was a lot. I didn't get to all of them, unfortunately. I had to start recording this one just to kind of get through it. But what we got going on up here is probably a couple of big things that you guys mentioned. There was a couple people here that actually mentioned that you can use auto sweepers through mesh tiles and apparently airflow tiles as well. Right up here. Guy from the internet. Look at that. Whoever that is. Apparently some dude. Yeah, anyhow, mentioned that, and you can isolate them in little boxes. So that's exactly what I did here in this next sort of ranch setup. So this setup over here, but this was just kind of a fun play around. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Not really get any useful information out of it, except for a couple of crazy things. And so what that allows me to do, because I'm all over the place tonight. Okay, so what that allows us to do here is keep this room separate so that we can have a stable here, and it's fed by the auto sweeper right above it. So we can actually feed these little feeders using the auto sweeper, unit. So we can have a drop-off location here for anything we want to get rid of. It fills up, the feeders. The other thing that I have over here is doors. Now, if you remember in some of the previous episodes, actually, even in my, in both of my bases, the Mega Base Challenge and the one with the Triple Printer Challenge, I actually use doors in order to separate the rooms so that you have a bedroom, or a barracks, I should say. And that is just an airflow tile with the door open. It still maintains the room separation, even though that the door is open. So that can be, left open if you want it to. I started over here with just like a simple idea for just a very simple ranch. I would say it's still sort of simple, except for I had a little fun with the automation. Yeah. So this thing's got switches and stuff. So what this allows us to do here, if we actually turn this off, check this out. Boom. You can close these doors. And then if you open that one, boom, that lets in, critters from the outside. So once I release the horde of puffs into this room over here full of hydrogen and stuff, they'll want to come down here and sort of inside of the lures, so you can lure them in. As you can see, I also have a door over here and a door right there, so that if you hatch another, a puffed or whatever, then that puffed can then be redirected right back in here without going back into this area over here. This area is completely restricted so that only Travaldo in this case, and if he ever recovers, what if I drop him in the water, can actually find his way over only in here using the exosuits. So he will come over here and he'll pet using the grooming station. Hatches and puffs will be in this area, and then more slicksters will be down here. All right, so let's talk about the next thing that was mostly commented, and it was kind of summed up here at the very top as well. Puffs don't necessarily produce more slime. And that is an absolutely true statement. Puffs are meant to consume polluted oxygen and turn that into slime. They inhale polluted oxygen and it should turn into slime. However, as I have played around with puffs so many times, I either seem to find every possible way to bug them out or whatever, but in this area over here, they just keep making more polluted oxygen. They're really not consuming it here, and we've gone beyond the point of actually slime at this point, emitting any oxygen at this point. It's above that range. So in this area, it's now 1,800 grams and I still have all these puffs inside of here. So what I'm going to do is do a couple of experiments, because the last final piece that I think is the core of our last conversation here was how much do we actually get out of a hatch, or how much do we actually get out of a puff. Now, there's been some talk about that being nerfed and stuff. I looked around on forums. I couldn't find anybody with actual rates of puffs and hatches. I mean, I didn't spend an hour looking. I spent a couple minutes doing searches on this or that, but I couldn't see if there was any difference between what it was and what it is now. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in this area down here, this vacuum, with different levels of polluted oxygen. We'll start low, medium, and high, and then we'll start with a mix of gas over here. So a little bit of carbon dioxide, polluted oxygen, hydrogen in the same area, and then maybe just oxygen and polluted oxygen in this area. Just to kind of separate it up and see what these puffs actually do, and count it up, you know, a couple cycles from now, or just to see what happens over the, you know, several cycles. I'll also try to make these hatches get all the way down to 0 calories and then feed them, and we'll try to get some sort of average out of what these hatches have, or unless they're already kind of at the same calorie level, then I might already be there. They're all at about 2,200. How about that? So we'll be able to feed hatches here. We'll be able to experiment around with different ingredients to see if certain ingredients produce more coal than others, right? That's the whole idea. Because the other half of this is, you know, using that coal in the coal generator to feed those slicksters, which, again, I have an area with lots of carbon dioxide, and I have an area with less carbon dioxide, and we'll see what happens there. So we should get some more useful information out of this experiment and setup here as compared to the last test we did. So let's hop to it and see if we can produce some good results. Or I'll hop to it and you all can just sit back and relax. Oh, Trabaldo, what's happening, buddy? Uh-oh, you're suffocating. I kind of forgot about Trabaldo. Here, get some oxygen, bro. There you go. I think the balloon was too much for Trabaldo, and that's what happened. What if I put him next to food? Will he eat? Eat! How about move? No! Oop, we moved a plant. You guys were asking me what I used to move this stuff around. It's Alt plus Q to kind of like teleport things around. It's with debug mode, so it's kind of cheaty. No! Oh, there you go! Come on, Trabaldo! You can do it, buddy! Oh, no. Okay, well, he seemed to do well if I put him next to an Et. Nope! Try that one. No. I think Trabaldo is forever stuck here. Oh, man. Let's see if we can reload the Hatcher-Ratcher. I'll do you guys a solid. For 50,000 subs, I'll get rid of that top oxygen not included border today. Check it out. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. Yep. Now it's scaled all wrong. See, this is why I don't do this. You know, if I leave the bottom black, I kind of just blend into it. All right, hang on. I got this. Graphics. Full screen. Boom. Now I can't click anything over here, though. Hey, Trabaldo has decided to recover. Excellent. All right, so first things first, we have to reduce the amount of puffs I got. There's just too many puffs here. So let's go ham here and get some meat out of it. This will also be very useful information. How much meat do you get out of like a puff? Run for your life, Mr. Puffed. No access. The struggle. Bam! Get wrecked! Uh-oh. Okay, so that right there is... I thought it was 3,200 calories. I guess Trabaldo was really hungry. Man, geez, that's barbaric. You just killed the thing and you already ate it. Trabaldo went full Bear Grylls on this thing. And now he's stuck and sleeping. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know what to do with these dupes, man. They're too much. Every time I try to do something, they just have a way of just look at this. The puffed is he's broken. My morb's broken. My puffs are broken. My dupes are broken. Travoldo's never gonna wake up again. Help! Oh, we got the urgency tab back, by the way. Except for only some things are a priority. Whatever, yo. Attack that stuff. Come on. Anybody? Alright. What if I put it in water? Oh, that is just brutal. $1,600 calories. Okay, so this is a great way of knowing how much you get out of a single animal here. So, sorry, Hatch, but I need to know. And you, wow, okay. He just exploded. 3,200. You get more out of hatches. This is useful information. We're gonna make this into a form. Just give me a second. Slickster? That was like some pro hacks right there. Are you kidding me? You went all pufferfish on that thing. Don't tell me you're gonna do it again. Dude, Slicksters are amazing. Alright, Shinebug. I need to know. Why can't I see the animation? I want to see the animation. You know, it just freezes still. Well, that's kind of disappointing. Oh! And he just fizzles out. Oh well. So these two Slicksters have the exact same amount of calories inside of them. And I'm not sure if they poo based on their certain calorie amount, if that has anything to do with it. But we'll find out here. I'm going to put them on this little platform. How about you just hang out right here for a little bit? Is that cool? That's cool. Alright, so I need to reduce the amount of puffs I got. There's only one way to do this. Oh man, what am I doing? I mean, look at all this meat. Here, we'll just put it all over here. This is a little bit of an omen for you, puffed buddy. Big pile of meat. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Let me find some carbon dioxide. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in, let's say, 3 puffs into this area and 3 hatches. Pretty good chance you'll be able to find both of those. As it teleports through the wall and then embeds itself into the plastic wall. Okay. Once again, going to save the game and reload it. Now they're in combat. But with who? That's not even one you should attack. The dupes are just... Travoldo. Really? What is wrong with you? No! His hat is just simply too big. And it causes him to levitate and stuff. And we're just gonna get rid of that. No, don't get rid of that. Okay, I got rid of that. Lindsay, find something better to do. Seriously. Why are all... What has... How has this game gone so wrong? Okay. No more access into here. No more attacking. No more crazy puffs stuck in walls. We're just gonna deconstruct all of that. Just all of it. Forget about it. What? Too many puffs. That's alright. We're going to release the beasts then. How about that? We're gonna deconstruct the wall. And let them flow free into the atmosphere and Be free. All right, so let's think about this for a little bit. Two things we want to solve. I think I understand the gas well enough to where I could do that experiment. So, real quickly, let's just bring Bubbles over here. Hi, yes, now go back to bed. I need to be able to see. Need the map reveal. All right, so there we go. Bubbles, Bubbles. Wow, I'm all over the place. Okay, so here we go. Polluted oxygen. So we're going to put 0.1 kilogram or 100 grams inside this first area here. We're just going to leave this at 1 kilogram, which will be default. This next area is going to be at super high pressure. So in this case, we have 10 kilograms. What can we actually do? We can do 20,000, right? So that's what we'll do. 20,000 in the third area. So you can see that. Ooh, that's a lot. That's not what I meant. 20 kilograms. So right off the bat, here's what I can see. Like I just put this in here and I unpaused for a second and repaused. And what I can see is that the puffed is inhaling. The critter is breathing in gas. And what we can see, maybe if I even do the overlay, you can see this puffed is actually inhaling that polluted oxygen and reducing the total amount of polluted oxygen we have in this area. So that's it. Proof right there. We can also see that in this area right here as well. Well, these two are still suffocating. So I'm going to do the next area here. This is going to be with a 50-50 mix at 2 kilograms. So we've got polluted oxygen, and then I've got oxygen above it. So now in this last chamber, I'm going to go ahead and do oxygen. We'll do polluted oxygen as well, carbon dioxide, and then natural gas, because we tend to get all of those gases together, especially if you have a stinky duplicate. So there you go. That's going to be all of those. So we can see what's going on here. A little bit of polluted, a little bit of clean, some natural gas, carbon dioxide. Perfect. You know what I really should have done? Maybe I'll just go ahead and get rid of these tiles down here. If I put liquid down there, then the polluted, the slime will not bubble off. Let me just deconstruct that real quick. And then before I unpause it, I'm going to replace it with water. That way I don't give off any polluted water or oxygen with polluted water. And then I'm going to clear this real quick. Interesting. Next thing I saw right off the bat here was that these 3 slimes or puffs are emitting slime right now, or expelling waste, doing their business. So here we go. And that was the exact same amount each time. So that was 4,500 grams. And this one went off and did the same here as well. How about that? And before these puffs get a bright idea of going down there and hanging out in the liquid, I want to keep them in the... God, that doesn't work. So we're starting the cycle with 4,500 grams in there. And we'll be able to see over the next 5 cycles or so what that amount gets up to. Or actually, since they just did their business, do I want to even it out? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, I'm changing up the experiment. Here's what I'm doing. Since they just did their business, I'm going to rebalance all of the gases again so we can start from a 0 point. So oxygen is right here and right there. Carbon dioxide is right there. Natural gas right above it. And then polluted oxygen right above that. And I'm going to actually change this second chamber here to 2 kilograms so that it matches what we have over here, but it isn't mixed. So we have the same amount between those two. Yeah, we're getting scientific with this one. Maybe a little bit too much, but whatever. So let's think of some things here real quick that we want to feed hatches. First and foremost, anything organic. So that's algae, rot piles, slime, polluted dirt. I'm going to go ahead and use polluted dirt and slime. We're going to compare the two because those are going to be the two that I think, are going to be the ones that you want to use the most of. Either polluted dirt or slime. Fertilizer is also another good one, so we'll go ahead and put that in there as well. I want to see what edible does, so I'm going to go ahead and put in some meal lice over here. And I know they don't eat their own coal, so let's go ahead and just try some rock. So igneous rock is a good one because it has no real purpose. It's just kind of a very generic thing that we have lying around. Whereas sandstone, obsidian, abyssalite, or granite, they all have good uses. Igneous rock isn't all that useful, so we'll just recycle it. So now I need to go ahead and match this. Oh, can I do this? Can I copy settings from one building type to another? Ah, no, I can't. I was thinking over here a way they might be able to make this a little bit easier is if they do something similar to their browser search over here. So if I just type in IG, it filters right down, top result, igneous rock. Like that would make this a little bit easier, I think, if you wanted to use like a type to filter. So in this little experiment here, I'm not trying to get what is the absolute best sort of resource. I just want to see if there's a difference between these resources. That's all I want to find out today. If there's a difference between fertilizer and slime or slime and polluted dirt. You know, if we do see something different, then we can do another experiment to take it a little bit further. Let's see if I can actually spawn in polluted dirt. Polluted dirt solid. Last time I tried this, I think it crashed my game. Yeah, there we go. Aha! So here's what I can do. I can enable, disable. Clean toilet. Somebody do it. Urgency. Level 9, even though you can't see it. Level 9! So I'll be able to get polluted dirt that way. Okay, so for the last piece of experiment here, we're gonna take these slicksters and hopefully, without much problem, move them over here into their respective zones. So I was just looking at this arrangement here, and it might be worthwhile to actually have like an airflow tile between these two zones. I don't know, we'll see. Let's go ahead and see what's going on down here. We got a little bit of slime, very small amount. See, this puffed is in water. Why are you doing that? Are you gonna drown? Don't drown! Alright, so we can see that these two hatches over here, they're eating up quite a bit. Bam! And then they crapped at the same time. How much did you crap? 50 kilograms. I'm not sure what I plan to learn from the slickster over here. Maybe I'll learn if more carbon dioxide equals more crude oil. Man, I put a lot of carbon dioxide in there accidentally. Oh well, whatever. Well, it really doesn't help that Travaldo is endlessly just broken. So we're gonna bring in Devin. And Devin, your job is to be a rancher. And Travaldo, I don't know what to do with you, buddy, so well, you can join the grave of Puffs over here. Yeah, I know. You guys want to see how fast a duplicate can fall? Look at that. Look at. Whoa, he's flying! Doesn't actually like crash or anything. Travaldo can't even die? What? Nope. Dude, Travaldo's a zombie. He's a walking dead. And he's sad about it. Oh well. You just sit there and hover around for a little bit, buddy. Alright, so I counted up the puffs here. Pretty simple. Okay, look, I really need this to be not full screen, because I'm just working on too many screens here. Alright. So a little black border, whatever, it'll be just fine. The amount of coal down there is just not even relevant at this point, because they're not all being fed the same. It's pretty much 15, 50, and 50 though. Unless these people actually get on this thing. Come on now. Devin is now broken. Ah! We'll just bring in more dupes. They'll figure it out. What? I literally got 2 Devons. Okay. Any Devon can go through here. What? It's anybody with a rancher job. They just lose their mind. It's the hat. I'm telling you what. It's the hat. Watch, if I change Devon's job, he'll go back to actually working. See? Oh, that means I can kill Trivaldo by removing his job. Ooh, sorry, buddy. Oh, maybe not. Nope. Okay, Rowan. Rowan, you can do that. Except for your priority, Mr. Rowan, is going to be nothing. Except for ranching. That's all you're gonna do. And you're instantly broken. Is it because there's just too many of these? Alright, so that up here is unfortunately a little bit too broken. We won't be able to take a look at that tonight. I don't know what else to do about it. Okay, so we talked about this problem before. About, you know, that thing just constantly feeding because it's, you know, made of slime, and slime kind of continuously reduces. I suppose what you could do is maybe you could put a little like a weight plate down there for the time being. And if you come by and you sweep this up and it doesn't turn on or something like that, I don't know. There's got to be a way around it. What? Devon, you've recovered. How? What happened? Something to do with the exosuit, huh? Oh, it's because you have no job. That's why. You quit. And that's why you're free to move about your life. Because you quit your job. Oh man, that's a life lesson for you. Jeez. Alright. Can somebody please clean the crapper? Anybody. Clean it! Oh, Devon. That's the job you got. I'm telling you, you could have been a rancher. But nope. Now you're plunger in toilets. Yep. Alright, so just taking a look at the next cycle here. 25.2 kilograms, 25.2 kilograms. This is the interesting one, right? Because it's actually working with meal lice. You can see we have boatloads of meal lice inside of here. But the droppings for coal is actually quite a bit less. And then we have 25.3. So it seems like an early indication here is that things that are actually edible really don't turn into coal much, but everything else is more or less has the exact same rate. So there is something to be said here. I want to see some polluted dirt and see how that one lines up to everything else. Okay, so now that I'm a couple cycles into this as well, we can see that the polluted oxygen over here on the right is very, very low. We're talking about 7.4 grams. Very low. So I think all of that may have turned into polluted oxygen at this point. Alright, so here we go. Now I've got some polluted dirt being fed in. And that's good. It started right here at the beginning of the cycle. And the amount I have in there, 49 kilograms. So good, enough. Although, geez, that coal started off like a massive amount. So we'll just kind of get rid of that one. Hopefully I have enough dupes to make enough polluted dirt. I mean, I would certainly hope so. I'm going to try Devon again. See, now he's already in here. Now? Come on, buddy. Don't freeze up on me. Don't freeze up on me. Go ranch. Yes! 25.3. That's simply how much a hatch will do in a cycle. I mean, that's exactly what I'm seeing here. Just 25.3 over and over again. 25.4. Yeah, right around there. No, Devon! I had high hopes for you, man. But you're broken again. And now you're slowly running out of air. Bam. There we go. So polluted dirt. Where you at? Come on. 25.3. Okay, so here's my takeaway on feeding hatches. They'll consume anything that you pretty much give them. However, you do not want to feed them something that is edible because that conversion rate is much, much less. But anything else, it's pretty much just mass in, mass out. What? Devin? You came back to life? Just to eat a dead puff? Is that what it was? You're just hungry for dead puff this entire time? I don't know what to think about this. This game is just... Nope. Now Devin, after eating a little bit of puffed meat, has now decided that it's just going to suffocate to death. Alright, yeah. I mean... I wouldn't think it would be all that delicious either. Oops. I forgot to count my puffed poo. Alright, so I forgot to count up the amount of slime here at the end of that last cycle, but here's what I'm seeing thus far. So, the results are that they pretty much consume about the same amount of polluted oxygen, more or less, each cycle. It's not like it's an absolute exact, but there isn't a significant difference between, like, the amount of gas around and how much that puffed is actually able to convert into slime. They seem to just have a certain rate that they run at per day. Because see, this one way over here in the far left, like, it's got a bunch of other gas around that it can kind of hover around and stay inside, but it's producing the same as the one that's right next to it in oxygen, which is right around the exact same as the one that's in, you know, loads and loads of polluted oxygen. So these numbers here, after 3 cycles, are really not any different. And if we take a look at the slime down here, that's 2,175. Excuse me, trying to count. 2,300. This one actually just added some more to it. So that's 2,400. 2,500. So right around the same. So if we take the average of these results right here, that's how much we get. And then we divide that by 3 cycles, and we get roughly 500 grams a cycle out of a puffed. It's kind of a small sample size, but you know, I only got so much time to do all this stuff. And what we saw with the hatches is that it was 25.3 kilograms. I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys run one more cycle here, and we'll see just how much crude oil we'll get out of it. But what I am seeing here is that these puffs are definitely converting the polluted oxygen that's in the area down into slime, because the one over here has sucked itself into a vacuum. So since it's no longer emitting any more polluted oxygen, it obviously isn't going to cycle anymore. So now I'm going to go ahead and reverse the slime test here and allow that stuff to emit polluted oxygen, and we'll start to see if the number here goes back up, or in this area actually if it goes up at all, because it's a vacuum to begin with. It also doesn't look like it's a 1-to-1 ratio here, so actually that's how much I was able to get before it went to vacuum. So it really only converted 79% of the polluted oxygen in that area into slime. So you could say 0.8. However, what happens when you do this number? Whoa, see, somehow that puffed, this is what I'm talking about. This is the weird puffed action. So that puffed there didn't do anything for a long time, and then suddenly it now has 108 kilograms of slime that it just crapped out? Where'd that even come from? I don't know. But that's some of the weird things that we see with puffs, which is why they can somehow make more polluted oxygen than they have in the area. So there's some buggy stuff going on. And that's kind of what we were seeing up here, right? All right, so it's been 5 cycles here, and I have 3 kilograms of crude oil. About the same in both locations. So again, quantity here doesn't change how much a critter actually does. However, that's not very much. Alright, so here are the results. Hatches do 25.3 kilograms per cycle. Puffs, 500-ish grams a cycle. Slicksters, around 600 grams a cycle as well. Something to keep in mind if you're going to go ahead and try to make useful byproducts from your farm here. We also noticed that a hatch was 3,200 cal, and a puffed was how much? How much was that again? Ah, okay, there we go. 1,600. Well, I could have guessed that. What about a slickster? Oh, that's right. You gotta, like, kill them some different way. Some horribly different way. Alright, here we go. We're gonna attack this thing. Oh, but they're all hungry too, aren't they? There's a food shortage! $3,200. And Ada's like, I'm gonna eat this. So, if you're going to make anything for food, either a hatch or slickster is the right way to go. This right here, in my opinion, is kind of low. I wish that was bigger. Mostly because getting rid of polluted oxygen would be a really helpful thing to have in my base. I mean, there's lots and lots of polluted oxygen in areas like this, and sometimes, rather than try to scrub it or anything like that, I just would like to take that and just get rid of it. So, feed it to some puffs. So there you have it, guys. That's the end of my little video here. We didn't really get to explore an actual functional, ranch up there, but oh well, maybe we will sometime. But for right now, we did get to see the rates of puffs, hatches, and slicksters, and that gives us some real useful information moving forward. So hopefully you guys found this video somewhat informative or helpful, and if you enjoyed it, also let me know down there in the comment section below. If you've got some other ideas again for the whole hatch thing or some other things, I don't know. Maybe we'll look at geysers here some more. Let me know about it. Thanks for watching, guys. If I've earned your subscription, then thank you so much for that. Have a great day, guys. Stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out.